Hello everyone, welcome to Sucre, the capital city of Bolivia, and also it is one of the most beautiful and important cities, not only in Bolivia, but also in South America. The May 25th Square, also known as Plaza Mayor and Plaza de Armas, is the main square. Students come here after school. It is one of the largest squares in Bolivia and also the most important ones, since the Liberty House is located here. It is the main place visited by tourists.
It's not really big since its population is about 300,000 people. Moreover, it was founded on September 29, 1538. Thanks to that, it is the oldest city in Bolivia. This city has a lot of different names. These names are Charcas, La Plata, Chuquisaca, and Sucre. Also, food is something important in Sucre, like chorizo chuquisaqueño, mondongo, and cazuela de maní.
In this city, you can do many things. For example, going to the Cretaceous Park, going to the Glorietas Castle, or La Recoleta, or if you want to learn about history, there are lots of museums like Del Tesoro Museum, House of Liberty, Indigenous Art Museum, but today we are here to talk about the Colonial Charcas Museum.
Museo Universitario Colonial Charcas. First, you have to know that the museum is divided in two parts. One, the Colonial Museum, and other, the Modern Art Gallery. But I will only explain about the Colonial Museum. So, it was founded in 1937 by Ateneo de Bellas Artes Chuquisaca, but it started being property of San Francisco Javier de Chuquisaca University since 1957. It is one of the most famous museums not only in Bolivia, but also in South America. It is located on the corner of Bolivar and Daliense streets. Their schedules are from Monday to Friday, from 9 a.m. to 12:30 p.m., from 2:30 p.m. to 6:15 p.m. On Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 12:45 p.m. and on Sundays it is closed.
Now I want to tell you about a miracle that happened right here in the museum. It was raining and it was really dark when people who lived at the museum suddenly heard that someone was knocking the door. They opened the door and saw a man and asked for assistance and asylum, so people gave him a room to spend the night. Then, the next morning, people tried to find the man and they couldn't. Instead, they found a 2-meter Jesus statue in his room. The unusual thing is that the room's door was too small to get a statue through it, and there was no way to assemble it in the room since it was a one-piece statue.
The rooms. This museum has 16 rooms that display a very nice collection of colonial paintings, magnificent furniture, and exquisite sculptures that date back from 16th, 17th, and 19th century. Prices. The prices are 10 Bolivianos for a student, 20 Bolivianos for adults, and 30 Bolivianos for foreigners.
When we talk about a museum, we imagine a lot of things. One of them are paintings. In the museum, there are room sections. The first room shows paintings about Christianity, specifically about apostles and saints, like St. John, St. James, St. Lawrence, St. Pedro Nolasco, St. Domingo de Guzman. Some of these paintings were painted by Antonio Montufa. An interesting fact about these paintings is that in the past, Romans killed Christians in terrible ways.
In the other room, as you can see, there are other styles of art. Those paintings talk about people who were part of Jesus' life. For example, Mary Magdalene, Virgin Mary, and others. Moving to the next room, there is a painting named Ekeomo. It's very interesting since its style is unique around the world. The canvas of this painting has two sides which represent the moment when Pilatus presented Jesus to the people. There is another room which is dedicated to the artist Melchor Pérez Holguín, perhaps the most important artist in the territory, who was born in Cochabamba. This room has his paintings. But also there are paintings that have anonymous artists. Some specialists think that those paintings were made by Melchor Pérez Holguín.
Other types of paintings are the glass paintings and the Holy Trinity paintings. This last one shares room with the Holy Family, but we are going to focus just in the Holy Trinity. It's represented as a man with three faces. In other types of this piece of art, the Holy Trinity is represented by three men who are sitting down in thrones. A different demonstration is an upside-down triangle that was not accepted by Christian people since they thought it was a devotion to a devil.
The last one to mention is a painting about Potosí. Gaspar Miguel de Berrio painted it with so many details. In the painting, there are handmade lagoons. Sadly, those lagoons fell down and filled Potosí, so this accident killed a lot of people. Another fact to mention is that an epidemic appeared, and it affected Spanish people but not natives.
Furthermore, we are going to talk about furniture, like chapels, topos or tupos, bargueños, and the ones that are located in the colonial office.
Colonial office. The colonial office has chairs, tables, books, bookcases, and other things. The bookcase is where there were secret places to hide money, letters, and other important things. The bookcase is also a wardrobe, and it becomes a desk. Since in the past, people didn't have electricity, so they used chandeliers. They had a candle that illuminated the place. If there were no pens, no pencils, people used ink and a feather to write. The bookcase or bookshelf was used since the 18th century. The place was occupied by the person in charge or a very important person of the city.
Topos or tupos. It is a pin based on an ornamental pin carved in silver or other metals. Women from the past used topos or tupos as an accessory to hold their capes. It was also used for the hair and as a weapon.
Bargueños. Bargueños are a type of furniture that was used to store jewelry. The name is given to Bargueños since they were created in a small town named Vargas in Spain. Other Bargueños are decorated with tortoiseshell named carey and mother of pearl. It is important to mention that all the furniture that is exposed in the museum is original, and most of the things that are here were from churches.
In the Colonial Charcas Museum, there are a lot of portable chapels, distributed over different places. The first ones have a similar composition, though their decoration is very different. These approximate a date of the 18th century. The Immaculate Conception, Anonymous, a sculpture on polyptych carved, gilded, and polychrome in wood. The same as in the altar pieces that rise behind the altars in the Renaissance chapels. It's a portable chapel. The figures embodied in the side doors complement the sense of the Central Immaculate. Thus, one of the golden frames on the upper level, the parents of the Virgin appear. On the sides, there are Saint Anne and Saint Joaquin looking pleased at her, but in the farthest frames, there are her husband Joseph and her young nephew John Baptist. Below, the saints closest to her, who devoutly contemplate her, and near them the Archangel Saint Michael, and to his right the guardian angel.